Hey YouTube, just Odin5623 here. I'm going to give you guys a heads up on some rule changes that are going to happen in the OCG and that may affect the TCG in time. But like I just said, in time is when it's going to affect the TCG. The rulings are coming out in the OCG March 19th and they involve player priority. Now, we don't know when the rule is going to be implemented here, but I can tell you right now that Julia, the head judge, program lady, you know, her. Yeah. Anyway, she sent out a letter to all the judges saying that it will not change in the TCG on March 19th and that priority is staying the exact same as it's been. But the OCG is changing its ruling March 19th with the release of their next structure deck. And basically what the ruling does is you don't have priority to activate spell speed 1 ignition effects of monsters. What that means in layman's terms is anything that doesn't say when this card is summoned basically does not have priority anymore. We can go over a few key cards. Judgment Dragon does not have priority anymore. Dark Arm Dragon doesn't have priority anymore. Card Trooper doesn't have priority. Griffer doesn't have priority. Elemental Hero Prisma doesn't have priority. Distant Hero Plasma doesn't have priority. There's a bunch of cards that are affected by this. Dark End Dragon doesn't have priority. Most of the scrap cards don't have priority now. It's just so now if you summon a monster, you know, over 1500 attack and it gets bottomless, then it's gonna lose the effect completely. So Judgment Dragon's not as broke, Dark Arm's not as broke. A bunch of cards lose a lot of power. But like I said, this is only in the OCG, and it doesn't go into effect till March 19th. But just think about how good a rule change this really is. Cards were so broken before because they just had this priority. Like Dark Armed was, I mean, he came down, he hit board, and he popped a card. If you popped your monster, then he got a +1, and you couldn't do anything after you bottomless him. Judgment Dragon, they could just drop it on a full back row, and they were going to have any consequences unless you had Starlight Road or something. So now all these broken cards just lose a lot of power. I've named off some key ones. There's a bunch of them that I didn't mention. There's a whole list sitting on Pojo right now, and it's just, I really like the rule change. But as I've been saying, it doesn't go in effect in the TCG for who knows how long. And I think this is very dumb on Konami's part. I really hate that they're doing this stuff. You know what? We're already behind in the OCG in all kinds of exclusive cards. We're behind in sets. We're behind in so much. And now they're going to drop this rule change in the OCG and not give it in the TCG. That's freaking stupid. Okay, our metas are already pretty different because of the competitive play setup. But now to change them even more is just ridiculous. I don't like this at all, especially when it comes to Worlds. If we don't have the rule change by then Worlds just gets all screwed up. I mean, think of all the OCG players there, and then they're going to, I mean, they don't have priority there, but then they're going to go to Worlds, and now they have it. They've been playing without it for, you know, who knows how long. I guess, what is it, March, April, May, June. Worlds is in, what, July, something like that? So they've been playing with for like 4 months, something like that. That's pretty stupid to have it be like that. I don't agree with them doing that at all. But like I was saying, I really like the rule change. It seems really good. Now we can kind of look at their ban list. You know, Book of Moon went to 1. And initially it was thought that they did this because of their new Exceed Summon mechanic and would just completely screw that up. But now, looking at it even more, just think about March 19th. If we have 3 Book of Moons, so many cards just die to Book of Moon. It's like Card Trooper, you can't mill your 3. Just so many cards. Judgment Dragon now, if you drop him and he gets booked, you know, he dies. It's just, it's crazy. It's a very good rule change. It really changes the game a lot, in my opinion. Maybe it won't change as much as I'm thinking, but really. Now Faltro, you summon Faltro and I can bottomless it and you lose all your freaking broken stuff. That's so good. It's just, it's really good to have. So I'm just going to sum it up one more time. The OCG is getting this ruling March 19th in their new structure deck and new rulebook that says turn player cannot activate spell speed 1 ignition effects like they could before. There is no priority on spell speed 1 ignition effects. If the card does not read when this card is summoned, you know, whether it has to read when this card is special summon, when this card is normal summon, when this card is flip summon, something like that, then it retains its activation. But if it doesn't, if it says once per turn or something similar, then you cannot activate its effect upon its summoning. And to sum it up again, TCG is not getting this ruling immediately. We don't know when we're getting it. We are expected to get it, and nothing in the letter said that we were never going to get this. So I'm hoping we do get it to level out our metas again. Maybe we won't, but that would be really stupid and ignorant on Konami's part, and as you can probably tell, I'm already irritated with them. I don't really enjoy how all this stuff works out, especially when the OCG and TCG are already pretty drastically different due to the competitiveness of the OCG versus TCG. But like I said, guys, this ruling is pretty big, I think, and it really points to why Book of Moon went to 1, I think, more than the Exceed Summon mechanic. I can give you proof of all this. I'll try to link you to the proofs of this. I was going to show you it on my laptop, but I can't do that because it's really blurry. You can barely see the words, so I thought it was just stupid to do that. But I will try to post links in the description to give you guys proof of what I'm saying on the change and on the letter from Julia to the head judges saying that it will not change in the TCG at the same time it will in the OCG. So I hope that information helps. I don't know if it'll really help you or not, but it's just kind of a heads up. I know this kind of turned into a sort of rant video more than a heads up, but I'm telling you, if this rule comes into effect in the TCG, it will change the game. It makes some broken cards just not as broken at all. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe, comment down below. Driz out.